All eyes on the eye of the hurricane, Hilary. The impact this storm could have on San Diego as it strengthens off Mexico's coast.
I'm Wale Aliu reporting in the field from Poway, where a homeless encampment ban just took effect. Coming up, the concerns from homeless advocates.
Plus, a growing problem in our local schools, how you can protect your children from data breaches as they return to the classroom.
ABC 10 News at 6 starts now.
We're monitoring several major stories related to our weather, including a large brush fire near the border forcing evacuations. It's exploded to 400 acres. But we begin with a hurricane gaining strength in the Pacific Ocean that could bring heavy rain and flooding to San Diego. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kimberly Hunt. And within the last hour, Hurricane Hilary was upgraded to a Category 3 hurricane. But it's expected to weaken as it approaches Southern California. If it makes landfall here as a tropical storm, it would be the first in the state in more than 80 years. We have team coverage. Moses Small is tracking the hurricane's path and the impact on San Diego. But we begin with ABC 10 News reporter Spencer Soisher with how the city is preparing.
Here at the City Operations Center, they're monitoring Hilary closely. They're also planning and learning from the storms that we saw during the winter. Chris Heiser with the City of San Diego Office of Emergency Services feels ready.
Well, from the winter storms, we know where flooding occurs.
With Hurricane Hilary approaching, OES knows what and where to watch.
Well, I think we always look at Mission Valley.
The site in Mission Valley is probably familiar to San Diegans. It's a common flooding spot during heavy storms and a place that they're watching extra close this weekend.
We would anticipate flooding in Mission Valley.
The city of San Diego has not been hit with a hurricane in 165 years, and it's still not a guarantee it'll happen this time either.
Right now, it's a hurricane, although it's projected to, when it hits us, to be a tropical storm.
Right now, it's still early.
It's the number of variables it brings.
But they've got new tools in place to help track impacts and get important information out.
One of the ones that's relatively new for us is the San Diego Hazard Dashboard. As opposed to having to go to multiple Google searches to get to a web page to then look at information, why not take all those web pages we commonly look at and locate them in one location?
They're still in wait and see, but the Office of Emergency Services says it's ready.
For us in the EOC, we'll be in the lowest level of activation, ready. But as it escalates, we'll start bringing in the other individuals to staff the EOC.
Now, if the storm were to miss the city limits of San Diego but stay within the county, the City Operations Center is still here to help plan and guide, though they're still waiting to see more on the track of this storm later on in the week. Reporting in Kearney Mesa, Spencer Soisher, ABC 10 News.
Weathercaster Moses Small is continuing our team coverage with an in-depth look at Hurricane Hilary's potential path. Right toward us, Moses?
Hi, Kim. Yeah, that's what most forecast models are saying. These are spaghetti plots. Each of these little lines is a potential path this storm could take. And as you can see, the vast majority of forecast models have this storm either making a beeline towards us or coming right next to us. So the path of Hurricane Hilary will most likely look like this. Starting with right now, it's a Category 3 storm. The sustained wind speeds 120 miles per hour. And as it races north towards us, it strengthens, intensifies, becoming a Category 4 storm by Saturday. And then look what happens when it gets closer to us on Sunday. That's when we're going to be seeing lots of heavy rainfall, feeling plenty of wind. But by Sunday morning, it's weakening to a Category 2 storm. And by the time it reaches us a little while after that, it's unclear whether it will remain a hurricane, which we haven't seen since the 1850s hitting San Diego directly, or whether it will weaken to a tropical storm, which is more likely. And then after that point, by Monday, it's breaking apart and it's weakening, giving us some relief. But we're expecting some heavy rainfall. And Kim, coming up, I'll share exactly how much rain we can expect from the storm.
Thank you, Moses. Now to a fast-moving brush fire that's burned hundreds of acres near the border. The so-called Coyote Fire has forced people to evacuate their homes in the Potrero area. ABC 10 News reporter Laura Acevedo is joining us there live with where things stand right now. Laura.
And Kimberly, it's been a continuous attack from firefighters. We are now on the other side of the mountain where we were just about 30 minutes ago. You can see that white smoke, but we have seen a constant stream of airplanes and helicopters doing water and retardant drops. Now, we know this fire has exploded to 400 acres and is growing. We know that it is burning at a moderate rate of speed. This started just after noon and initially was only 5 acres with a dangerous rate of speed. You can see one of those helicopters taking off right now, heading into the direction of the smoke. There's also another helicopter right near the mountain doing a drop at the moment on those flames that you're seeing now. Now, the Sheriff's Department has issued several evacuation warnings, mostly for several streets behind this mountain, including Yerba Santa Road and Coyote Holler Road. There is also an evacuation center set up for those that need to leave their homes. That's at Mountain Empire High School in Pine Valley. And for those with animals that are small or large, there is an evacuation center at the Bonita Shelter. So again, this is a current active fight. Firefighters working on getting this under control, but right now it is 0% contained. We have seen people sitting in their cars, standing outside their homes, keeping an eye on the work that firefighters are doing. But again, CAL FIRE working around the clock. You can hear several planes, helicopters here behind me. We will bring you another update as soon as CAL FIRE releases it, but right now evacuations are in place. The Coyote fire still burning and 0% contained, so a long night for firefighters ahead. Reporting live in Potrero, Laura Acevedo, ABC 10 News.
Thank you for the update, Laura. And ABC 10 News will continue to monitor this fire. You can get updates through the ABC 10 News mobile app. There's a free version in the App Store. During a preliminary hearing today, we learned the name of the Camp Pendleton Marine accused of sexually assaulting a 14-year-old girl. Private First Class Avery Rosario faces 5 charges after the missing girl was found in his barracks. In court, Rosario's attorney said Rosario met the girl on Tinder. Rosario thought she was 22 because of her profile. He said she also repeatedly told him that. He claims they had consensual sex in his barracks. The government presented its evidence, including a restraining order, photos of the victim, and Tinder conversations. A preliminary hearing officer will decide how to proceed.
I understand that people are concerned about the cleanliness and safety of their families. I also understand that people need a place to live.
Today, sheriff's deputies can begin to enforce the new encampment ban in the city of Poway. This is the latest local community to add such a rule. Let's get out to my co-anchor, Wale Alayu, in Poway with this big news. Wale.
And Kimberly, we asked the city council member who drafted this ordinance, how did we get here? He says it was actually moms here at Pomerado Elementary School walking their kids to school along the sidewalk here, along Pomerado sidewalk, and taking their elementary age kids to school here and seeing some homeless encampment bans. And they took those concerns right to city council. Now, the Sheriff's Department, which is actually the agency that's going to be in charge of enforcing the ban, told us today that while this is now an option that they have, their main focus, their plan is to only use it as a last resort. Let's talk now about what this ordinance means. According to the city of Poway, tents will not be allowed in any public or city-owned areas. Sheriff's deputies will be able to remove encampments, but only when there are shelter beds available anywhere in the county. Deputies will offer services to those camping and will be given 24 hours to move. The city also says they will not be making any arrests if they refuse to leave. Instead, the camp will be removed if it is still there after the 24-hour mark. As we know, this is not the first local city to place a ban on encampments. The city of San Diego's unsafe camping ordinance took effect July 31st. It bans people from setting up camp in areas near parks, libraries, and schools, as well as all public spaces when there are shelter beds available. San Diego's police officers can arrest someone if they violate the ban 3 times. And now the city of Chula Vista is also looking into what an ordinance on camping would look like for them. Mayor John McCann says they have seen an influx in unsheltered San Diegans in the South Bay since enforcement started in the city of San Diego, saying people are moving south, and adds something that they are keeping in mind is making sure that whatever ordinance that may pass doesn't just shift the homeless population from city to city.
We want to make sure that we're not allowing just homeless to get swept from one city to the next. We want to make sure that they can have some stability to be able to get them help, get them off the streets.
He points to the solutions-based moves the city has made, including the Chula Vista Village of 65 tiny homes, which serves as transitional housing. As for a potential encampment ban, there's no timeline on when one could be drafted. The biggest concern for homeless advocates is that there are no shelters here in Poway, but the city says they do work with the Alliance for Regional Solutions and their committee specifically focusing on finding housing for those unsheltered in the North County. ABC 10 News will continue following this story and how it impacts the community. In fact, I actually posted on social media, on Twitter at Wale Ali, asking what ban you think would be the most effective. We'd love to engage with you. Follow me on Twitter and engage there. Kimberly, will send it back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Ole. The Board of Supervisors District 4 race is headed to a runoff. San Diego City Council member Monica Montgomery Stepp leads with 41% of the vote, followed by Republican Amy Reichert with 29%, then Janessa Goldbeck and Paul McQuigg. 6,000 ballots still need to be counted, but since no candidate received a majority vote, Stepp and Reichert do move to the runoff in November. It's a growing issue at local schools. Data breaches.
Getting student names, student social security numbers, they're getting, in some cases, medical information.
Coming up, what you need to know to protect your children as they go back to school. ABC 10 News is back in 2 minutes.